Come on, pay attention now,
Sorry.
everybody. Okay, John or Bandy writes me and he says, I built this chopper. And I'm like, you built a chopper so you and everybody else, but it's this Susie Davidson. I'm like, a Susie Davidson chopper.
Is that a pink Sportster?
No, it's not a pink Sportster. We got that coming up, believe it or not. But, because I know how much you love those. But this is a Susie Davidson. The bike started off its life as a 1400 Suzuki Intruder. Go ahead and cut to some pictures of this wild, wacky thing we got here. Go ahead and cut to the first shot of this bike.
This ought to be a peach.
So
what are we looking at?
We're looking at the bike kind of sideways here. You're looking down where the seat would normally be, and they've carved out a bunch of stuff, and they've taken. Go to the next shot here. Let's go to the next. And you can see what we're looking at the bike sideways here, and what he's doing is he's cutting this Harley fender to fit into the Suzuki frame. See where I got the red thing circled? Look what this guy has done. He's gone in there with like a pair of metal shears and notched this thing. Anyway, this bike started off life as a 1400 Suzuki Intruder. It was time for a change, so I decided on a complete makeover from top to bottom and everything in between. Let's go to the next picture. So here's where go ahead, put that up. There's where he's notching. You recognize that fender?
I sure do.
Yeah, look where he's notching.
I think that's a fat boy fender.
Exactly. List of things that I modified, fabricated, or replaced. Back of fender. It's a Harley fender. Well, yeah, no lie. And let's go to the next shot. And there he is again. Okay, there he is again. He's notching. He's doing all kinds of cutting on that thing. And he put a set of triple trees from Seeger Cycle. He has one of the Seagull Cycle bolt-on chopper front ends on this thing. Go to the next shot. Let's bring that up. You can see he is now just cutting the hell out of this thing.
Good Lord.
Yeah, oh yeah. And it's like every time he puts it on, he takes back another big chunk out of it. Let's go to the next picture.
We're sure decreasing the weight of it.
Oh, yeah. And there he is again. Okay, I want to get to the bike because this is all just frame stuff and all these. No, that's trash. Okay, come on. There we go. Now we can see it from the back. And there's the fit. Look at that. It looks like it was made on that thing, man.
I'll be damned.
He got it to go on there, okay. He's got fork tubes from Frank's Engineering, front bullet lights, aftermarket, shocks by Harley, backrest and pad. He fabricated the backrest and pad. Let's go to the next picture if we can. Look at this. This looks like it was made from Harley, but look at this thing he's got sticking up out of the back to hold the seat on.
Uh-huh.
You see this giant piece of metal sticking up out? And he's got this like seat kind of looped over it.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool. He made this thing. Let's go to the next shot. That's trash. And now here we go. This is where he starts to put on the Seeger Cycle front end. Now there are two bolt-on front ends available in the market. One is by AME and the other is by Seeger Cycle. And they're both available. They're both wonderful products. And I know both are guys who make them. And I have a Seeger Cycle on my bike. You got an AME on yours.
I haven't run it yet, but as soon as I do, you'll get a report.
Yeah, you get a report on that. So anyway, let's go to this next shot here. Bring this up. So look at the back there. He's put the Harley shocks on it now. He's taken off the all Suzuki stuff and I swear to God, man, those look like 8-inch shocks to me. Those look like Sportster shocks. Yeah,
they're short.
There is nothing there. Let's go to the next shot. I want to get into, there's a sissy bar.
What in the name of God?
He fabricated this. Look at the sissy bar, man. He just got that piece of metal out there, went whang, and bent it right around.
How'd it go?
Whang, and bent it right around. He's got this piece of wood that he put in there, and then he built the padding out on the wood. I mean, this guy, he's inventive, man. Backrest, the bars are mini apes. The backrest mounts are from Harley. The fender struts are aftermarket. The mirrors are from Arlen Mess. The paint, flames and all, by yours truly. The horns by Harley. The oil cooler is removed from a chrome frame. And the wires, as he puts it so eloquently in this letter, are a big fucking mess. And he'll show you a picture. Let's go to the next picture because you get a shot of these wires. And there's that. Let's go ahead and bring this up. This is a good shot.
Oh, there's the backrest.
There's the backrest, and he did the pad out of wood. And he's going to staple the fabric around to it. All that. Let's go ahead. Mm-hmm. Go ahead to the next one. And here's the flame job, man. Now this is a nice flame job for a home flame job, man. I tell you what, man, that's a pretty little flame job, man. He's got that going on in a big way.
Yeah, that don't look bad at all from my vantage point.
No, it's a very pretty. Now let's see if we can get
that cobalt blue. Isn't it? Yeah.
There you go. Now look at this. When we bring this up, that's the finished product. Look at that thing. It's really hard to tell exactly what it is. And I said to him when I was writing back and forth to John, I said, This is the kind of chopper that sort of transcends brand. You know what I mean? It isn't like a Harley. It isn't like a Suzuki anymore. It's kind of all kinds of things, you know?
could say that.
And I got to tell you, for a metric chopper, and I'm not a giant fan of metric choppers, this is a pretty damn good-looking bike.
You know what? This guy really loved this motorcycle, to do this kind of thing and spend as much time as he did and to make it the way it is. Now, the only way you could tell for sure is to get right up with the motorcycle.
With the motor,
and give it a once-over. But from our vantage point, from what we can see, this guy did a hell of a job.
Yeah.
And the fabrication of the sissy bar and stuff, you know what? This guy really loves that bike and wants to take it out on the road and ride it, I think. I know a personal lady that likes these intruders a lot, and I'll bet she'd get her leg wet over that.
I tell you what, go ahead and show this next shot here.
That one's on its side. Did he tip it
Well,
over?
we kind of know. That's my own.
Got another picture there?
The world is going sideways. I think we've got any more shots, or is that it? There you go. This is a beautiful shot of this bike. Look at that, man. You know, I mean, I know it doesn't have the chain. It's got like some kind of direct drive going on there, you know, but I mean, overall, if you paid like, you know, what you normally pay for a Suzuki bike like this, what is it, like $7 or $8 grand?
Not even that.
You know, not even that maybe. I mean, you're looking at it looks like most of the parts he's either manufactured, he's swap meet kind of stuff. I know that Steger Cycle Triple Trees, he paid dearly for those. Those are just not available cheap. You know, you're looking at those are $1,500 front ends, you know.
Yeah, stick around. We may have another one on the market.
Yeah, we may have some more of those coming
I'll
up
keep
for
it
sale.
posted.
But go ahead. This is the last shot of that bike. I think. Look at the front end. It looks nice. It sits just like a nice long chop should.
It does.
It's got a great look to it.
Nice piece of work.
Nice piece of work. So anyway, that's from John Urbani, and he says, "Ride on." And we thank you, John, for sending us these great pictures. He says go ahead and put these up on the Choppers Rule website, and we went one step further and used them on KickStartTV. I got to tell you, folks, if you send in your pictures to the garage or you send them to us at KickStartTV, Warren at KickStartTV.com or Trash at KickStartTV.com, this stuff gets up on the air, and lots of people get to enjoy your handiwork. And to me, half of the job, you know, there's this personal satisfaction you get when you get to do this kind of work, but there's this whole other thing when other riders look at it and go, wow, that's cool.
How did you do that?
How'd you do that?
That's
you know,
the one I like is how the hell did you do that?
How did you make that happen? You know, it's not supposed to fit there like that. You know,
I'll tell you one of the good ones I get with my captain.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Chopper. You know one of the ones that I love?
What?
You take it to an event, I'm showing it or whatever, I just take it out to be seen, and there's always somebody that walks up to me and goes, hey, where'd you buy that?
I didn't. You can't buy
that.
That
is the sweetest part. So, all right, Warren, nice piece.
I just love this bike because you can tell, like you said, the guy really has a love for this motorcycle and spent some quality time on it and put together a nice looking chop.
What's not to love?
What's not to love about that? Speaking of love,
what are we doing?
I don't know. Let's talk about love. I want to talk about love.
You want to talk about
love? What I want to talk about is no love. And the no love that I want to talk about is I want to talk about this little piece of no love right here.
Oh boy, we got some stuff for you.
We got some no love going on.
If this doesn't make you wet your pants, you're dead. I'm telling you, we've got some income updates. Some things coming that are about to piss you off.
Yeah, you know, we've been having a great show and we've been doing miracles and stuff and great choppers and all that. Well, here comes the other side of the goddamn coin, as it always does. Here's the latest from NCOM. The Missouri helmet law exemption goes to the governor. The Missouri legislature has passed a bill modifying Missouri's mandatory helmet law that exempts person 21 years of age or older from wearing protective headgear except when operating or riding motorcycles or motor tricycles upon interstate highways. So you cannot wear a helmet as long as you're not on a highway, which I guess is better than nothing. Over the past 20 years, proposals to repeal the mandatory helmet law have been controversial, but this year's measure to simply modify the law received little debate in either chamber. The House gave the bill final approval, blah, 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 blah. The measure now goes to Governor Jay Nixon for his final signature or veto. The other thing that's interesting about this is they say the helmet provision was amended. An act that provides operating a motorcycle in and of itself shall not be considered evidence of comparative negligence in accident claims. Now, this is a whole bunch of wording, but what this really really means is they're finally getting away with that insurance loophole that says the guy wasn't wearing a helmet. He was doing something intrinsically dangerous. So if he gets whacked on the highway, we're not going to cover his insurance.
Right, and there are those that'll do that.
There are those that'll do that. And now, so, we were reading more about that because that really pisses me off. It's sort of like you're not allowed to engage in this activity because it's too risky.
Right.
Excuse me, when did it become illegal to be a biker?
Right.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
When did it become illegal to follow the law of riding a motor vehicle in a legal manner on a road, obeying everything, and my insurance isn't going to cover me? Well, the good news is in the state house.